Hello and welcome to my first YouTube video ever. My name's Calyses. I'm a crafter and an artist. Please join me on my crafting journey and have fun with it. For my first video, I decided to give you a glimpse into one of my favorite hobbies, which is art cards, or ATCs for short. And I decided to draw some shiny Pokémon, so please take a look. First of all, I made some rough sketches of the Pokémon and the environment they live in. The first card will show a group of many different Pokémon. The second card will show the little cute scorpion Pokémon Scoropy. And the last card will showcase my all-time favorite Pokémon Absol. The first sketch is done, so now let's start the second one. So now both sketches are done. I show you both together and the third card that is already lined. So now let's do the line art for the Scoropy and the group shot of Pokémon. An artist trading card has the same format like a standard run-of-the-mill trading card, which is 3.5 to 2.5 inches or 6.4 to 8.9 centimeters. To keep the right size, I mark the outer corners with a waterproof liner. More often than not, I have erased the outer markings by accident or painted them over. So the corner markings are a safety net for me I need. Now I start with some rough outlines for the background. This part of the sketch is a mere suggestion. I like to have a feel where my Pokémon is in the environment, but I will make changes on the fly while I paint the rest of the picture. My initial line art tends to get somewhat wonky. That is normal for me, but I have to trust the process. I can mend that by adding additional line weight. That is what I'm doing here. I thicken up the outlines of the Scoropy, so the Pokémon will be more prominent in the foreground. Scoropy is done, now it's time for the background. Here you can see what I meant by suggestion. I changed the mountain in the background. Now it's time for the second card. Let's head in, shall we? In favor of the other Pokémon, I decided to drop the Staryu. The sketch is done. Now it's time for the line art. All 3 line arts are done, so now we can start coloring. I like to color more than one card at once, so one picture has a chance to dry while I work on the next. I like to start with the lighter colors and build my pictures up from there. The light source of this picture will be in the top right corner. The top left corner. I'm not the boldest person when it comes to contrasts, but I think I've done a good job here. For the night sky, I used wet on wet. I want the colors to intermingle and play with each other. On top of the light blue, I use a dark shade of blue, no black. In hindsight, I could have gone much darker. It's supposed to be a night sky, after all. Let's step into the ugly stage of the background. Here, you have to trust the process and believe in yourself. I don't like the look of the background at all at this phase of the picture, but I know it will get better. Like I said earlier on, this is my first video ever, so it's all on a try and error basis. And unfortunately, later on I have butchered some of my footage. Be warned. Now I decided to darken the night sky. I said no black earlier, but I have a very beautiful granulating black I wanted to use here. The night sky is still not dark enough in my opinion, but shit happens. Many people say you can't use white in a watercolor picture. I say, do whatever you like. It's your picture. Have fun with it. And if you want to use white, use it as much as you like. Now, here's the part I ruined my footage. The watercolor is thoroughly dried and I switched to colored pencils to do the rest. Unfortunately, I ignored the markings on my desk for most of the time, so you can't see what I'm doing. I tried to salvage as much of the footage as I could, but unfortunately it's not that much. The thing I regret the most is that you missed me coloring in the grass. The picture really came together with it. And we're done. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you on one of my next videos. Have a nice day. Bye.